Hi everyone, my name is Alejandra and today I want to talk about the role of the communicative competence in my English teaching performance. But firstly, let me tell you about my school context. So I work as an English and Spanish teacher at Institución Educativa Domingo Sabio in Santa Elena de Lopón, Santander. So this municipality is located in a remote area of the department. This is a small institution with only 45 students who mainly come from the region. Secondly, I want to discuss the meaning of the communicative language competence. So perhaps when a language teacher is asked about the strategy or methodology that he or she performs inside the classroom, he or she maybe says that it is the communicative one, but not all teachers know the real meaning of this competence. So, as Jack Richards mentions in his study Communicative Language Teaching today, he proposes that this competence can be understood as a set of principles about the goals of language teaching. What it means, it is how learners learn a language, the kinds of classroom activities that best facilitate learning, and the roles of teachers and learners in the classroom. Savignon in 1997 also declares that the main objective of the communicative language teaching is to prepare learners to communicate and to interact in the second language. However, the language curriculums are focused on grammatical concepts, on patterns, on structures, rather than strategic, innovative, interactive tasks or activities that allow learners um, to acquire and to use the target language effectively. So this competence is really important inside the classroom because it empowers the learner to perform the target language using specifically linguistic means. And it comprises three relevant components, which are the linguistic competence, that includes lexical, phonological, syntactical knowledge, and skills. So this competence is related to the season of the language, the vocabulary, the structures, the grammatical patterns, and so on and so forth. The second one is the social linguistic competence that refers to the social cultural conditions of the language use. So it involves the norms and the rules of the language use inside a culture. So it involves the traditions, the behaviors, the different beliefs inside the culture. And the third one, it is the pragmatic competence, so it relates the functional use of the linguistic resources. Here it says that it's not only learning how to speak a language, but how to use it in a proper way, how to use the vocabulary or the expressions in a correct way, mainly when interacting or when communicating with native speakers. So here I have this quote that says, all human competences contribute in one way or another to the language user's ability to communicate and may be regarded as aspects of communicative competence. So this quote was taken from the Common European Framework of Reference. And the third topic to discuss in this video is the relation of the communicative language competence and my curriculum, my English curriculum. How the communicative language competence is portrayed in my curriculum. And I want to show this curriculum, this part of the curriculum. It is for sixth graders, term 1. And it includes, as you can see, the different skills in the second language, also different questions and the contents. So it is based on the standards proposed by the Ministry of Education of Colombia. I consider that this curriculum provides the key elements for the development of communicative competence because it includes in its contents the linguistic competence, because it includes the different vocabulary relating to different topics. Also the social linguistic competence, because the activities are related to different cultures, mainly our culture, our real context. And also the pragmatic competence, because the tasks includes the use of the context, um, the pragmatic um, system, yeah, how to use the different expressions, as I mentioned before, how to use the vocabulary that we learn in certain topic in a correct way, in order to don't be misunderstood. Here we have the knowing, what the learner knows about the topic, the doing, what the learner can do about the topic, and the being, how to perform different things. The cognitive dimension, the praxeological dimension, and the evaluative dimension. Here we have, for example, in the cognitive part, that students can formulate different sentences, questions to act out or to perform a real situation. Also a praxeological setting, that is to produce conversations. So when we say that the student can produce conversations, we can include all the competencies, the pragmatic, the social linguistic, and the linguistic competencies. When a student can develop pair word activities rather than individual activities, when we include in the curriculum maybe role plays, dialogues, peer work, um, different work activities, the student can develop their communicative competence, and can develop their cooperative ability. So for that reason, I consider that this curriculum is based on the communicative competence, because it includes those studies, those activities, like role plays, like dialogues, like peer work, like cooperative work, rather than individualistic work. And those studies, those tasks, those methodologies promote the development of the communicative language teaching in my classroom. So for that reason, I consider that me as the English teacher, I am autonomous to create and to design the strategies that are based on my students' needs, rather than the needs of foreign people. And that's all. I hope that you have enjoyed this video, and thank you for your attention.